Got my cutter, got my torch. Pour a beverage and I step out on the porch. Grab a cigar, I love that view. I guess it's time for another Poolside cigar review.
How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of Poolside Cigar Reviews with Kirk. It's been a couple years since I have filmed a cigar review, and because this is the kind of like a, I don't know, a special event, I guess, first cigar review in a while, I thought I'd grab a special cigar. And this is actually not a novelty. It's one of my favorites, and it's become a mainstay in my humidor. And so I'm not sure if you know what this is, but I will share with you. This is the Partagas Culebras. Hopefully the camera focused for you. Comes in its own coffin. And so if you know what this is, it won't be a surprise, but everybody else might be intrigued. So we've got a little cedar spill with the little half moon corner. A little bit of wax paper. And our beautiful Partagas Culebras. Now, culebra is Spanish for snake, and I think you can see where the name came from. This is actually 3 cigars braided together. It's got that one main band and little cloth bands around the head and foot. Very pretty. Really nice looking. I'm a big fan of the packaging of the Culebras. It's an intriguing cigar, and I like having them in my humidor because I like sharing them. This is a cigar that not many people have had. It's a regular production cigar from Partagas. It's a Cuban puro, and I'm not sure this is true, but what I have read is that the history of the Culebra is that in the cigar factories where these cigars are rolled, it's customary for the rollers to have a daily ration of 3 cigars, or maybe 4. And so what the factory owners would do is they would have these pre-rolled and braided. That way they have a unique shape. And that way the rollers couldn't go over their daily allotment. So they'd be given a cigar to smoke for the day, or given a culebra, and then that would be what they get to smoke that day. And because there's cigars everywhere, that's how you tell the difference between this and a regular straight, Parejo cigar. This is 5.8 by 39 is what's listed, but you can see it's 3 cigars. Super cool. Like I said, this has not been a novelty for me. I bought it for the first time as a novelty. But you'll see. We'll do the review, and you can make up your mind based on whatever I say, I guess. Fine draw, similar to a Lancero. And you really, other than the look, it doesn't really smoke any differently, as you'll see. It's a little breezy. Hopefully you don't have any problems with sound. Lots of smoke. The flavor profile is quintessentially Cuban. When people talk about the Cuban twang, you will get that from this cigar. Good bit of minerality. Clean Cuban tobacco. Now this has been aging in my humidor probably for a couple years. So it's certainly, I mean, it's not old, but it's not young. Just delicious, though. I love the smaller ring gauge Cuban cigars. Yeah, so far, again, clean. Not much of a change off the first light. A little bit of a spice tingle on the tongue starting to come in. But beautiful first light. Really, really tasty. So I will smoke on this for a while, and I'll come back and let you know, how the first half develops and what kind of burn time we got out of this Culebra. So I will see you guys in a moment. Stick around. So about 15 minutes in now. The ash just fell off. One solid chunk right on my pants right after I took the picture I showed you. The cigar kind of rounded out and got a little bit mild there. Good pepper through the nose. If you like a good spicy cigar through the nose, good pepper through the nose. It's just starting to pick back up again. Flavor-wise, I was getting some graham cracker, bready kind of notes. Again, along with the tobacco and the minerals that are still there from the first light, but they just kind of dialed back. You know, it's a very pleasant, very creamy, well-balanced cigar. Lots of smoke. Again, great burn, no touch-ups. You know, that's a common concern people have about the Culebra, is the burn. It burns just like a Lancero. People are concerned about the burn and the draw. I have found the burn and the draw on these to be fantastic. So, you know, sometimes with Cuban cigars there's quality control issues. I don't see it here. You know, I really, really enjoy these. So I will keep smoking on this. I'll let you know if anything else exciting happens. I'll check in. See you guys in a minute. So I told you I'd check in if anything exciting happened. Of course, I don't film a cigar review for 2 years. And the day I decide to film one, it rains. So there's proof it does rain in southern Arizona. I don't anticipate that it'll be raining for a long time, but there you go. It's raining. I guess that's exciting. About 45 minutes in here, just finishing this up. Got about an inch of ash, almost. The ash hangs on tightly, but this is no touch-ups. The burn has been great. It's never gone out, never had to relight it. And it's just barely starting to get warm, which is surprising. But it puts off a lot of smoke. So if you're a small ring gauge fan, this would be right up your alley. If you want to try, if you've never had Cuban cigars before and you really want to get a quintessential Cuban flavor, this is a great one. Not overly complex, not a lot of transitions. 45-minute burn time, you know, which is about average. It's about what I get. You might get more or less depending on how fast you smoke. But it's a great 45-minute cigar. Puts off a lot of smoke. Great draw. It's just the quality control is really good, and that's my one complaint on Cuban cigars a lot of times is the quality control. And these are great. The last third was kind of more of the same. I'm starting to get some hot cigar flavors in at the end, but that's any cigar. But yeah, really just kind of more of the same in that last third. But pleasant, you know, really enjoyable, you know, on my palate. Not terribly spicy on the tongue, but the retrohale is spicy. Value-wise, you know, they're interesting cigars. So probably not super high on the value list, but as Cuban cigars go, not bad. You can usually pick these up for, you know, I think when I buy these, I usually get it comes in a box with 3 of these coffins, so it's 9 cigars in a box. And the average cost per cigar, again, this is 3 cigars, not 1, so it'll be 9 cigars in the box. The average cost per cigar is usually between $8 and $10. You can usually find these between, you know, 72 and 90 bucks a box. And that's not bad. You know, if you're going to go into a brick and mortar store and buy a Lancero, you know, you're going to probably pay between $8 and $10. So, value-wise, okay. Depending on your budget, maybe not something you'll smoke all the time. But especially if you have a group of friends who smoke cigars, this is a great one to do a box split on and share. And they're cool to have in your humidor just to show people. It's a kind of a showpiece. But the nice thing is it's a showpiece that you can really smoke and enjoy. I love these. I keep these in my humidor now. This is a mainstay. I really only have 2 Cuban mainstays in my humidor, and that's the Bolivar Royal Corona and this Partagas Culebras, because I like it. So the rain is over because the review's over, and that's just what happens. It rains while I review, and then it stops. But you know, really, thank you for stopping by, guys. Oh, I did want to share one thing. You might have noticed I was drinking a Lagunitas Hoppy Refresher. This is hop flavored sparkling water, and it's fantastic. It's not a replacement for beer. I don't think it tries to be. But it's a great cigar pairing beverage because it's clean. It does cleanse the palate. It's got kind of that clean, citrus, sharp, piney hop flavor, basically. It's very floral. I would say more, not so much pine, but you know, I get flowers and citrus. But a great beverage in its own right. So if you like sparkling water and you like beer or hops, give that a try because it's very clean. It's very refreshing, which is why it's called Hoppy Refresher. It's really, that's the perfect name for it. It is a hoppy refresher. And there's no alcohol, no calories. It's sparkling water is all it is. So if you like that kind of thing, keep your eyes open for it. But all right, thanks for hanging out, guys. I appreciate you stopping by to share a cigar with me, and I hope life is treating you well. And maybe I'll come back with another review, hopefully fairly soon. But until next time, everybody, take care. Make sure you keep your feet in the pool, a drink in your hand, and a cigar in your mouth. Thanks.